Erasure. I am in agony. I am 8 years old. My class at my almost all-white elementary school in Fresno, California, has to draw a self-portrait. As I spent all my free time drawing, I think this will be fun. I soon found what seemed so simple wasn't so easy. I am in agony. I can't finish my drawing. Each time I draw my face, I erase. I start over. Each time I draw my face, I erase. I draw my face again and I erase again. Each time I come ever so close to completing my face, I'm filled with shame at what I see. For what I see staring back at me is my Chinese face. You see, when the Gestapo boots of every kid in the Ching Chong Chinaman parade marches on a tender young throat, it grinds a lasting heel print, a black and blue bruise of self-hate. And if I'm honest, it was my Chinese eyes I felt the most ashamed of. I feel ashamed to admit that even now. They say the eyes are a window to the heart. That is to say, if you look closely enough, an entire life can be seen. Pain, joy, heartbreak. I don't think the kids ever look closely enough into my eyes. They also say that the eyes are the mirror to the soul. And like a mirror, they also reflect the person looking into them. Did the kids mock my eyes without ever seeing their own reflection? Is that our problem today? Do we mock others without ever seeing our own reflection? Since I was young, my eyes told me we turn a blind eye to the immense power of a tongue wielded like a scythe to lacerate the heart with words that maim. Words like, women can't be believed. They're all rapists. Chink, gook, go back to your own country. And it didn't help that my mother admonished me not to offend others' eyes by wearing colors that would make me look too yellow. Too yellow for whom, Mom? But you see, she had been breathing in the same smog in the air for even longer than me. The 7-year-old me agonized over how I could make my drawing look like me without making it look too Chinese. I was walking a racial tightrope, an impossible task. I truly was in agony. Now, shame and humiliation, at the time I didn't know those were the words for the feelings I had. What I did know was that I felt a hot flush in my face when I looked at the face I had drawn. Before I quickly erased it, what I did know was that I covered it up when anyone walked by, which is crazy since the kids saw me every day. What I did know was I didn't want to face my face. My face, this face, it made me feel so out of place. This face of mine, it seemed the source of my disgrace. This face of mine, I so wished I could replace. A sad reminder of my lack of place. In the end, sadly, the drawing I turned in had the eyes and the face of a little white boy. You see, after all that erasing, I had erased myself. And what I want to tell you, and what I didn't realize then, was that I was erasing much more than my face that day. I was erasing the beauty of who I was and the unique gifts that I bring. I was erasing my history, my culture, my identity. I was erasing my appreciation for my language until Chinese sounded to me like an awful, shameful screech against a schoolroom chalkboard. I was erasing my love of my mother's delicious Chinese cooking. I was erasing my appreciation for my hardworking father, who didn't look like the heroes in the movies, and made me despair that we could ever be the heroes in our own stories. I was erasing my desire to be and share who I was. And what I didn't realize was that was just the beginning of my complete erasure, the beginning of a lifelong struggle I would not overcome for years. A struggle to love myself as I am, to love myself with this skin, this rich, golden, amber, honey butter skin I was born with. Now, I reclaim myself. I am a golden child of God. And to love myself with this face, this same face I once saw in a museum, atop a proud terracotta warrior. Now I restore myself. I am a proud Chinese warrior. And especially to love myself with these eyes, my beautiful obsidian eyes that tell the tale of my ancestors if you only look deeply enough. I have told very few people my entire life the story I am telling all of you now. This is a story I would forget for years until my story all at once shook me, rocked me, held me, cradled me, and whispered, "This time it's safe to listen to me." This story is an old friend pointing to where my healing lies. This story is a splinter I remove from my soul in the telling. I know now this shame isn't something I was meant to keep. We were not meant to stay wounded. We were meant to be shooting stars. We were meant to be prayers across the sky. I leave my shame behind me. I release my shame into the wind, into the sky, into the ocean. I stand strong and proud. I hold my head up high. I look the world square in the eye. With these eyes, I never told my story. It's time. It's been time. I told my story to all of you now.